ancient city of Teotihuacan, Mexico. It was one of the first major cities in the Western Hemisphere. Teotihuacan was built by hand more than 1,000 years before the rapid arrival of the Aztecs in central Mexico. Here they came across a deserted place and were amazed at what they saw, which gave the city its present name, Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan is located about 40 kilometers from present-day Mexico City and was one of the largest urban centers in the Western world at that time. It rapidly evolved into a cosmopolitan city which attracted people from great distances. After construction began, the city flourished for about 200 years, from AD 300 to AD 500. Although the city was founded around 400 BC, the great buildings of the city were not completed until 300 AD. The most important monuments of the city are connected by a 45 meters wide and 2-kilometer long road called Avenida de los Muertos, which was probably paved with graves. Teotihuacan is believed to have peaked about 1,400 years ago, when the population was 100,000. The art and architecture of the city shows that it was a polytheistic society, with the primary deity being the great goddess of Teotihuacan, often depicted as a spider goddess. In the city, priests practiced ritual sacrifices of animals, humans, and other deities. The system of the city seems to have been similar to much of Mesoamerica, with a pantheon of gods and goddesses who were important figures for it. Two dimensions make the ancient Mexican metropolis of Teotihuacan remarkable in terms of pre-modern society. Its enigmatic political organization, presented as a faceless system of government, and the fact that the majority of its inhabitants lived in apartment buildings, which is unique in the ancient world for a city this size. Almost everyone lived well in intricately decorated apartments. The walls were painted red with murals of jaguars roaming around the base and priests wearing animal masks. The city flourished, but about 1,400 years ago, it experienced a period of decline, including fires that caused great damage. Nevertheless, the city was never completely lost to the Aztecs, who made regular pilgrimages to the city in later times. The population declined, the great culture of the city disintegrated, and the city never regained its former importance. Some archaeologists now say that there may have been a famine in the area which may have contributed to the demise of the great city. 5 million tourists visit the ruins of Teotihuacan every year. It is the most visited historic site in the Western world. There are buses leaving Mexico City many times during the day. Teotihuacan is a large site to visit. Expect to spend at least 3 or 4 hours visiting everything. There is no shade. Use a hat, sunblock, and sunglasses to protect yourself and take a drink. There is a very interesting museum on site along with a restaurant. Book comfortable accommodation worldwide, plus earn rewards on all bookings, plus visit our store for unique items. Links are under the video.